Hi, and welcome back to another edition of Success Leaves Clues. My name is Trina Gray, and I really enjoy the opportunity from PFP to host this conversation every quarter. I want you to pretend like we are sitting down for a cup of coffee together and just going to have a conversation about business. I am a 20-year health club owner. I own two facilities in Northern Michigan. One is a full scale, all inclusive, medically based health club, about 10,000 square feet, about 1,000 members, 30 plus staff, mostly part time. It is group fitness and general gym memberships and a lot of different boot camps. And our second facility is an indoor training facility where it's all indoor group training. That's with suspension trainers and boxing bags and cycles, etc. So two businesses locally that I've owned for 20 years. We're actually just named the 2024 Outstanding Business of the Year from our Chamber of Commerce at a dinner with 600 business leaders. So it was really exciting. I'm coming to you because I love the business of fitness. I'm very much in the trenches still as an owner and CEO and operator. And I love just sharing with you every quarter what's working in my business, what I'm tweaking, what I'm changing, what I'm up against that maybe you could relate to. So whether you have an online business as a personal trainer, or a small yoga studio or Pilates studio or a full scale health club like mine or anything in between, business is business. And there's different lessons that we can carry into our businesses that could be of value. So each quarter, I share two business tips and one personal growth or leadership tip. And that's what I have on deck for us right here today. So business tip number one, it's such a simple statement, but if we unpack it together, I think you'll see some value in it. Business tip number one is give yourself the best chance of success. Well, of course we would, right? Of course we're going to give ourselves the best chance of success. Well, it's easier said than done. What often happens in fitness businesses is we get an idea for a program or a product or a new service, and we kind of put it out there quickly, give it a couple different shout outs on social, maybe tell your clients about it, maybe do a little bulletin board or an email, and then we move on. We've decided that it works or doesn't work, or it wasn't worth our time, or we're too busy. Oftentimes, innovation in our fitness businesses ends up dying before it really gets the best chance of success because we are distracted, we're busy, we're overwhelmed. We have a lot of different pots on the stove that are just sitting in warm water versus finding a couple pots to really boil. So when I say give yourself the best chance of success, what I mean is that if you're going to bring in a product, a service, a new program, a new value to your business, go into it like it's a big reveal. Do everything possible to give that new idea the best chance of success. I'll offer a couple examples from my current business. We've been asked for years to do more kids programming. I really haven't done it because I've stayed pretty true to the lane that we're in, which is students, junior high students, high school students, student athletes, non-athletes, students, working parents, and retirees. Those are our three clientele. In the student market, these are just as many non-athletes as athletes, people who find fitness for their activity versus always being in a competitive sport. Of course, we also work with athletes, but we've expanded students to really be activity for non-athletes. Working parents is just what it sounds like. We help working parents make time for themselves in a busy world. We do express workouts, early morning workouts, evening workouts. The gym is open 7 days a week to accommodate working parents. And finally, retirees. We have a very strong retiree base. They're generally speaking midday, and they find community and they find connection. And we created a coffee bar for them, and we've designed classes for them, and really just created an environment where they feel like they belong, like they fit in, like we're looking for them. So over the years, I have not worked the spectrum of younger kids. It just hasn't been a real strong part of, it hasn't been a part of my business model. I didn't want to get distracted. However, this group of working parents we have has gotten louder and more adamant that we offer something for the younger kids, especially also kids not necessarily in organized sport Or in my community where it's snowy and cold, often around here, there's not a ton of outdoor activity and not a ton of indoor space in my community. So we decided to launch a new program called BAC. My health club name is Bay Athletic Club. The acronym is BAC. So we launched BAC Junior. Honestly, I got the idea from the Nick Jr. on TV, Nickelodeon Jr. Kind of serves that younger market. So BAC Junior, and we launched a fit club for kids. And we really poured into it. I didn't do it halfway or kind of or a little bit. I went after it. We set dates and prices and times, and we're really clear about why we are doing this, getting kids off of tablets and television, getting kids active and moving without a scoreboard, without pressure from parents to win, getting them moving and active in a way that's fun outside of PE class or organized sports. And we had a lot of people interested. We did a free demo class with a fun theme, had lots of kids come, and we launched it. And now that it's launched, we're showing pictures and videos, we're offering drop-ins, and we're already talking about our next round of dates. We bought the kids little drawstring bags to be able to take to school or to be able to bring to the camp with their shoes in it. We've really made it a program more than just a class. We created an itinerary for it. We themed out each workout. The head trainer I have working on this program, Tracy Granada, has two young boys in the program, in the camp. So it's a really good fit for her. She's really excited about being there. She's created music playlists that fit that market. We have just as many boys and girls, and our BAC Junior is for ages 2nd to 6th grade. And we've really just gone deep with this market recently. So my example is giving yourself the best chance of success, that if you're going to take something on, maybe like me, something I haven't taken on before, I got to give myself the best chance of success by looking all around it and thinking, who do I need to talk to? Who can I promote this with? Who can I network with? What should the main message be? What's a good price point? We scoured price points of similar 8-week programs with gymnastics and martial arts and dance, and we looked at the pricing to be in a comparable range. We really went after parent testimonials and personally invited kids of our members' kids. So the best chance of success means going the extra degree over and over and over to launch something new in your business. And there's just one example from my business. Give yourself the best chance of success by taking a look at this new idea, product, or service and going the extra degree to make sure it launches well, that you've thought it through, you keep your foot on the gas, you keep showing it and talking about it, and hopefully you repeat it, right? Most of the bulk of the work of this program was done up front to create a new logo, to create an itinerary, to do all the marketing. Now that we have it done, we got to wash, rinse, repeat, and keep this thing going. Business tip number 2 is be a client, be a member of your own business. I know you've heard this before, but I want you to just think about, are you doing it? When I get the best ideas for my business is when I am there not working. So if you own a yoga studio, a Pilates studio, obviously what I mean is just going and taking a class, going and being a client with one of your trainers, going and working out in your own gym as a member. When I do this, and I do this now often, I'm there taking workouts, being a member of the gym, probably 3 to 4 times a week. But there was a period of time in my business where I really just kind of ran the business administratively. I taught my sessions and classes, but I didn't participate in the gym. And I think that was a miss on my behalf, that it's easy for life to get busy and for you to maybe stop using your own facility or your own business. And I realize this might not relate to everybody if you do one-on-one coaching and you're the sole provider, right? But many of you have a team or have a bricks and mortar facility or have others teaching for you. Be a member. I'm there at least 3 to 4 times a week now, taking classes and camps, working out. And every time I go, I see something. I see something that's good that we could make better. I see something that's not working that we need to fix. And they're not huge things. One night I was just looking at kind of the flow of traffic in and out of the front desk. I was looking at how our computers were set up. I was looking at how our smoothie bar was set up. I was looking at how we greet members at the beginning of the class. All kinds of things, where we store our equipment, what the cleaning protocols look like. just being a member and a client of my own gym has really opened my eyes to very simple improvements. So, those are the two business tips this quarter. And my personal growth or leadership tip for you is this. I'll tell you where I got the idea from. The tip is when you make decisions, you save energy. When you make decisions and not let things with clients or teammates linger, when you make decisions, you save energy. And this idea comes from when you swipe up the apps on your phone, you save battery. My son is 19 years old, and our teenagers know best. And he borrowed my phone one day, I don't know what, to look at a picture I'd taken or something. And he grabbed my phone. He's like, "Mom, you have all these apps open. It's draining your battery." And he closed them. I didn't even know that you're supposed to do that, to be honest. And then later that day, I was on a walk and I thought, I think this is actually one of my favorite leadership lessons ever. When we leave decisions undone on our minds, on our brains, we're draining the battery, we're draining our energy. All kinds of decisions need to be made in your business on a regular basis. Keep an employee, invest in an employee, move on from an employee, add a new service, don't add a new service, call this person about this issue or let it linger, add a new product, find a new accountant, take a look at your insurance plans, like all kinds of, these are just things off the top of my head right now, right? No notes in front of me on that one, just all kinds of things. Invest in this new equipment or don't, change the name of this class, invest in this trainer with some new skills, add a new service. Oh, there's decisions literally all the time about your business. Decide on your holiday hours. Should you adjust your holiday hours? Should you be open on holidays? Every single day, I have a decision or multiple to make in my business. Over the years, I've gotten better at making more efficient, quicker decisions because I know that there's not always just one right answer. Sometimes it's just an answer. Hey, I think we're going to be open this year on Easter. We haven't been in the past, but a lot of people who work during the week value our weekend hours. And if I can serve people on a weekend, I think I should. It's their choice if they want to stay home or come, but I decided to be open this year on Easter, just a decision I made. Right. So instead of lingering on it, wondering about it, debating about it, I just made a decision. And if it doesn't work, we won't be open next year on Easter. Right. We're open on New Year's Day and it's a really busy day. Sometimes people on holidays actually like having some family time and they like still getting in a workout. So just an example of making decisions, sticking to them, moving on, right? Make the next decision. When you make decisions, you save energy, just like when you swipe up the apps on your phone, you save the battery. I hope you enjoyed this quarter's rendition of Success Leaves Clues. I love hearing from you. I hope you enjoyed this and thank you to PFP for the opportunity. Have a great quarter.